Take 3. Let's see. All right, take 3. Well, now let's see if this thing is gonna work. All right, this works. Japanese house. It's just one of those things where Max decides it's not gonna work. It doesn't work. When my computer decides it's not gonna work, it doesn't want to work. It just meh. No man, we aren't late. God damn it! This is the 3rd time I'm trying to do the stream. We've been crashing like insane for the last 20 minutes. Alright. Anyways, take 3. What are we gonna do? Today stream, albeit like 20 minutes late. Let's see, what room do we want to focus on for today, and what do we want to do for that room? Come on, I need some comments in the comment section. What do you guys want to say? Alright, that's fine. Patio roof close. Recess ceiling. Hide that thing. Hide this as well, so I can see this room. How about the garden? Yeah, how about the garden? I'm gonna have to use something for this. Yeah, we'll see. Well, let's do something that's gonna be more entertaining for this stream. Let's fill in some filler items for the house. Make it more homey. Like, let's hang some pictures or make some art, put in some filler items for maybe the shelves, something to fill up the kitchen, or maybe something even for the bathroom, stuff like that. Filler items. Let's do something like that. We've lost like 20 minutes on technical stuff, so let's have some creative stuff happening. Let's start off with this room. Let's start adding in some stuff in here. I want to see what we have in the reference images for stuff like this. So alright, these are all images that oh yeah, this was one. This was the art. Yeah, it was. Oh, actually, I think that we used this one on, yeah, the pillows. Yeah. All right. So, any ideas? All right, let me go ahead and check and see what we're gonna do here. All right. Oh. Yes, house interior. No. All right. Japanese house interior for this. Let's see. It's very plain though. Not too much or not too many things into it. Yeah, even this thing, it's a smaller apartment. Nice. It's a renderer, but still. All right, so lighting. That's interesting. These are nice, interesting lamps. And this, I actually like this one. Well, they are minimalistic. That's a fact. Yeah, they do have these everything is so minimalistic. There isn't really that much that can be done for something like this. See, there's a like a distinct lack of things in these houses. Like even if I leave the house like this, for some reason it looks Japanese. It's like very minimalistic. Everything is hidden away, but I cannot have like, this is ridiculous. I can't have empty shelves. I guess if they have shelves, they probably are not visible. They're covered. Yeah, see, everything here is covered up. It's weird, man, weird. Man, I haven't seen books anywhere in any of these Japanese houses. Like, see, everything that's supposed to have a shelf or anything, everything is covered. Although I do see images like this one, so we can have some hanging. Yeah, see, even here, same thing. Weird, man, weird. All right, so a light like this over the table would work. So let's add in a light then. At least I know for a fact that I can put in here. So let me check this thing. What was it? It's the. All right. So this is really not that hard to create. So let's just make one like that, hang it on top of our place, and see where we go from there. Problem here is, there we go. All right, very easy thing. All I need to do is select my table, isolate it so I know it's on top of it or above it. For this one, I want to create a sphere. Sphere is going to control how big this thing is going to be. So 60 radius is way too big. So let's try 45. Yeah, even 45 is a bit too big, but we'll see. Now raise it up. And I know for a fact from what I'm seeing in my image here, damn it. This thing is like a squished in, so it's more of an ellipse. Let me just save this image so I can actually see it. Oh, light. There we go. So it's a squished sphere. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, probably about 30, 64. Yeah, let's try with, no, actually gonna try with 32 and see how this thing looks when it's squished in. Alright, squished in like this. Probably works well. Now, edit poly on top of this thing. Select the top and the bottom vertices, like so. Delete both of them. That will delete the adjacent polygons, ring, loop, and extrude this thing outwards. So let's go with something like 1 and 0.5. Or maybe even 1. No, 1 is going to be too much because it's going to overlap in here. 0.75. It's not bad. Let's go with maybe 0.5. Yeah. All right. Now I'm going to convert this to a little poly. Select the top one. Regularize it so I know it's going to fall in flat in there. Regularize this one as well. So now when I go in here and add a Turbosmooth, yeah, more or less I get this result very, very fast. Oh, the bottom one has something like a metal. So let's quickly add in that thing. Turn that thing off. So in the edit poly, select this guy, hold down shift, drag it inwards like this. Control click on the polygon and detach this. Now turn this thing back on, and this one is now gonna have a shell. That shell is gonna go on the inside 3, maybe even 5, with 0, and ever so slightly just move it downwards like that, and edit poly. Now ring loop jumper 0.1, or I could have just added in the chamfer modifier, but whatever. Turbosmooth for this. There we go. So that thing being saved. Raise it up above so I have that thing up here as well. Although I think on this side this is going to be covered either by the actual lighting fixture, but let's just do it like this. Before I do it that way, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this thing back off. The shell is going to get a new edit poly. In here I'm going to do it like this, and now control click and extrude. Okay, local normal. There we go, like that. And a chamfer modifier now on this thing. Again with 0.1 is going to only put it on the corners, and the Turbosmooth will just fix it up like that. And there we go. So now we have the holder. Let's make a line. So that's going to be the thing that is going to be holding up the place, or holding up the light. There we go. Go into the middle. Let's go right center to center. Raise it up. Increase the thickness. Let's try something like 4. That's fine. And select this guy. Lower it down. And in here, just make sure it goes all the way in, like that. All right, check it out. On the top, edit poly, remove these guys off, remove the bottom one, drop on a Turbosmooth, and there we go. Okay. Great color. All right, and de-isolate. Well, that line does look a bit thick, but does not matter. We can just make it thinner if we want to later on. But there we go. We get our elliptical light that we have in here. And I probably, from what I'm seeing here, I'm not sure if this actually does have anything on the inside that's actual metal. It does look like that, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's just like the paper folding or something like that. But in case we do have a metal on the interior, what we can do is we can go in here, select this guy, make the selection to be modify selection, make similar selection, yeah, like that. I'm gonna select all of them, create a shape. Smooth is fine. And now with the smooth, thickness very small. There we go. So Turbosmooth back on. This thing a darker color. And there we go. Now we have those lines. Although I just noticed is that when I did, all right, let's redo that again. And I'm going to actually tell you what I messed up. Whenever you're going to be extracting geometry from a model that does have Turbosmooth on, always make sure that you're extracting from the actual subdivided model like this, opposed to what I just did, because as you can see with the Turbosmooth on, now this thing is no longer on the edge here. So I'm gonna have to delete that thing over here again, select just that edge, similar. It's gonna select all of those guys, create shape, smooth is fine, okay, and there we go. Now it's exactly where it's supposed to be at. There you go, cool. For this one, I'm actually going to put a regular spherical unwrap. It should work just fine. Let's give it a color of paper, or paper, not color, but texture. Paper. There you go, cool. I didn't have to do much of unwrapping, but it does look a bit stretched on the corners. For now, it's fine. And this thing is way too thick because now it looks like a goddamn chimney. So I'm gonna make it a lot thinner. Alright, that's fine. Just get this to go in all the way up to here, like that. And we got that issue fixed. No need to add in anything else. So if I go in here and unhide, yeah, just go unhide everything. Oh, it's not in the middle, which is a bit of a problem. I have to take that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one, and actually move that thing over in the middle. Let's isolate them both. Move it like this. Now I know it's in the middle in here. But let's see how that thing lines up with the actual table. It lines up like not good. So these two things are not centered. So what I would have to do is either move the table or move the roof. So let's see. If I select both of these and move them over. Alright, let's isolate them like this. Okay. Now let's see if I can get away by doing this, but along with moving the actual form up here. So edit poly. Select these guys. In general, they shouldn't be, or in theory, they shouldn't be making any problems, but we'll see in a second. Once we move this thing a bit, like so. All right, that's fine on that side. Move it downwards. Cool, no issues. All right, so now we got this thing on the middle. The roof is fine. It's centered to the table, and pretty much it's on par with what we have in here. Now, what do we add in next? You guys have any ideas? Maybe something on these guys over here. All right, ornaments. Maybe some ornaments. Let me see. Let's open up. There you go. So we got a lot of these scroll types of ornaments. Weird. Japanese ornaments. Yeah. There's some nice ornaments for a garden or something like that. Scroll. Ooh, actually, I got an idea about this thing. Instead of making stuff to fill it up in here, what I can do is probably just put some covers, but make them so they have some graphics on them, so it kind of looks more interesting. The thing with choosing graphics that has the Japanese, like something like this, I have no idea what it means. And yeah, I don't want to have like something that says chicken noodle sandwich or something. So I want to find something interesting. Hey, see, this is interesting. Okay, let's see how this thing is going to work. Save image. Japanese picture. Alright, that's fine. And I'm going to need another one. Yeah, there we go, another one. Oh, cool. Cool, this is really cool. So save image. O2. All right. So what I want to do here is select this whole thing. And now make a plane to go from this side to over to this side, 0 by 0. Okay, flip this thing around, give it a shell, so it does have some thickness to it. Make it maybe a bit smaller, 2 centimeters is fine. Chamfer it down so it has some corners, so 0.3. How does it look like this? No. Standard 1, quad, so let's go 0.5. There we go. Alright, so now what I want to do here is I will put an edit poly, clear that thing off. There we go, so we get some nice cuts on the corners. And I want to have a UV map on this, a box one. And let's go like this again with the 100. And the reason for doing this is now I want to fake it so I don't have to actually unwrap the whole thing. I just want to try and get this. Alright, just get this thing. I want to get the actual image without having to unwrap the whole thing. But in here, because it's 100 by 100 by 100, it's going to tile. So I need to make this thing a bit bigger. So I'm going to go with, all right, so let's go 500. 500 by 500. And let's just move this thing in until I get it to a point where I actually like what I'm seeing. Squish it in a bit more so I can see this branch a bit better, but at the same time make sure it doesn't break up too much. Alright, so one like this. And the other one will be something similar, but the other way around. So from there to here. Flip. Same shell as the previous one. Went back into position. go. And give it the same exact chamfer amount like this. So copy it from there, put it in here. And on this side, just give it a different texture. Let's put it like this. UV map, a box one, and we use the 50 by 50 by or 500, but then we scaled it in, so it didn't really matter. So I'm gonna have to do the same thing over here again. So scale it in, push it inwards like this. All right, cool. One of the things that I do want to do here is I want to give it something that it's gonna have border here, because like this it kind of loses the form. So let's really quickly just give it a border by just selecting this corner edge in here, isolate it for now, corner edge, select, grow. I'll grow it one more time, detach as a clone this time. Yep. And the thing that we just detached, yeah, that's the one. Shell, and for the shell just give it a 1 centimeter way too big, so let's go 0.5. that's fine. And $sign material equals undefined. Okay. Cool. All right. Edit poly. Do the same thing on this side. Row, detach as a clone, shell, and yeah, that's fine. Again, the same thing. $sign material equals undefined. And de'isolate, and cool. Now I know for a fact that there is something in there. It has that corner, and honestly, it kind of looks fine. Hide this, maybe even this. There you go. Kind of looks interesting. It's giving it a nice flair to it. So now these guys up here, what are we gonna put in here? Now I know for a fact that one of these places I'm gonna end up putting just that stand where you have like those two swords on the left and the right, like this. So two katanas is gonna go in here. So here we can put some, either some sort of some sort of a statue or some vases or something like that. We'll see. All right, let's find a place where we can hang some pictures. All right, where would be a good place for a picture? This wall up here is gonna have something to fill it up, provided that we do make some plants in here. They're not gonna be too tall, they're gonna be like very short plants. So this whole wall in here will need something to break up this emptiness. So let's hang up some pictures in there. Let me see, what do we have for art? No. Where's my, go to where? Row W, Ivy. Alright, let me just, let's see how that thing is gonna look like. Go to where Ivy and hit in there. Auto grid. Alright, now let's go and see how this thing is gonna work. Rotate Ivy. It's gonna be way too much. We don't want it to do this. So let's start reducing this. It's called Grow Ivy by Guruware. I've actually made a tutorial about this thing. So now let's see about this, the branches. I want to have a much, yeah, it's called Ivy Generator or something like that. The sad thing is that the guy that was making this plugin stopped supporting it because people were basically trolling him, leaving him donations that were like 1 cent. So that was a shitty thing to do, but yeah, why not? So branching out, increase or decrease. That's fine. Maximum length. If I decrease this, will it go? No. Yeah, it's been a while since I've played around with this plugin. Adhesion. No, the gravity is... No, it's not updating automatically. Alright. That sucks. Up vector of 1, row Ivy. Pause. Actually, you know what? It's starting to look interesting. Starting to build up on the corners. So let's do it like this then. If we're gonna isolate it like this, we're gonna take all the places where it's supposed to not grow and just add in 2 more planes. One there, 1 more up there. Shell upwards 5. Oh, 5 upwards. Shell downwards 5 0. All right, so we got the bounding box for where the ivy is supposed to grow. Go down to here, grow ivy. Yeah, let's do it like this. Let's test it out one more time. So primary weight is fine, random weight is okay. Again, let's go 0.2, grow. Yeah, that was no. All right, so I guess try it in a different place where it can actually grow. Gravity 0.5. It's fine. And grow ivy. That's cool. I can put in a few more. Or now for some reason this thing, I screwed up some of the settings, so it's taking up what the hell is up with the music? Variant maximum length of branching is fine. Adhesion up vector 0 grow size. Okay, so it's 2 centimeters. Let's try 5. Nope, it's not doing anything. Well, damn it. Fine then, let's try a new one. Whose idea was the ivy thing? Who got me into doing this thing? Who said ivy? Grow some vine. Christian. Yeah, of course. And I had to go with this thing. The most random plugin ever. Alright, so let's go 1. Grow ivy again. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna get the thing to delete it, and later on when I'm actually off camera I'm gonna play around with the actual settings and see if I can find something to put it in here. But I'm pretty sure that I will find the right parameters that will make the ivy fill up this place. I can actually make it so it kind of grows up on this wall and goes up on this wall, so it's going to give us a nice greeny effect, or green leaf effect. The thing here though is I do want to have something else to fill up this wall. I don't want to have just gravy or ivy growing up on it. So this thing, there we go. So let's put in some pictures here, or some of them scroll images, like the ones that we saw previously. Let me take a look at how this thing looks. So see something like this. Let's screen. That would not be very traditional. Japanese scroll. What is this? So it looks like this then. I see. Japanese scroll picture. Yeah, they do have some interesting. Yeah, I have no idea what the hell it says here. Oh, that's a trippy ass cat, man. It's a really weird cat. Cool. A duck. Why not? We're gonna make a duck. And I'm gonna hang it on this wall over here. Okay, so for scroll, let's just simply make one really quickly. Let's just make one scroll. For the scroll, I will need to have a cylinder to start off from. Let me see how big this thing is going to be. So for this one, radius of 3 is fine, and rotate around 90 like this. Will it fit in here? Yes, it will. So it goes from there down to what? From here to probably here. So both of these, isolate them like this. Now, 1, 1. All right, edit poly for this thing, and let's put both of these inwards like this. Scale in. Get the selection from the middle. Scale out like this. Scale. Oh, not in like that, but just in like this, and collapse. So now, if I select these corners in here, so this one, and this one, rotate all over to this side, this one, and this one, give them a small chamfer, do iterations like this. With a Turbosmooth, now it's going to look like an actual scroll holder. So move it down, put it in here, remove the other one. All right, cool. So what I want to do now is make the actual plane for the picture. And for that one, I can actually go in here and take one of these guys, like, let's say, just this polygon, detach it off as a clone. Move it downwards and snap it up to here. So now for a fact that it's going to be on the back side. Zoom it all the way down to here like this. Flip it around. Both of these can have a darker color. This one can have a lighter color, because I know it's a scroll. And right away on it, I'm actually going to put some texture. So I just put a thing, get it to be planar, it's fine, just fit. On which axis though? On the Y or X? No? Fit? Yep, X fit works just fine. So let's find an actual image that we would like to use. Why not? A duck. Let me save. Okay. Save. Duck image. That's so weird. Okay, so I stretch it out. right, need to move it off from the wall a bit. All right, cool. We'll need to make this thing hang on something. So let's really quickly add in something so it can hang on top of it. So a line that would go to maybe from here. Okay, before I do that though, I will need to know exactly how long this thing is, and the way to find the mid part, just put in one connecting here. So now when I'm creating my line, I can go from here down to here and then to here. I won't need that thing anymore. So now select this, fill it, and like this, it can hang on pretty much anything that we want. Really. Okay. If I get everything as a corner, I'm gonna screw up what I just did, right? Yep. Damn it. So if I go and put them both again to smooth, this. Well, you know what? Happy coincidence. This thing that just happened makes it so it looks like I have this thing hanging up on something. I actually like this. There we go. Okay, thank you very much. Let's try with one. Oh, hell yeah. Why not? Get this thing to move back a bit. Raise it up. And now let's just add in some refinements here so I can have this thing turn. There we go, like that. Move it over like that. Bezier corner will make it turn like this into the middle. Alright, Bezier corner, and again in here. Okay, rotate. Alright. One thing that I do want to do is make sure that the caps here are deleted, so I don't actually have that issue with the smoothing with the Turbosmooth. So go in here, delete that one and that one. And before I do that though, there's one thing I do want to do is move one of these like so, and this one over on this side, so they're not overlapping anymore. So they're just like doing that thing. Okay, cool. Okay, so that turned out to be a very, very cool unplanned accident. And honestly, I learned how to do that thing in a very, very fast way. There we go. Or how to create that loop. Well, this is nice. All right, awesome. Let's add in some other things then. Let's add in some lamps for this house. Now, put this thing aside that we created. Let's choose some lamps that would help light up this entire house. Do you guys have any ideas? If you do have any ideas, drop on over into the Discord channel. Leave your ideas in here and let's see what happens. What is this? I don't know what that is. Alright, streaming related. Okay. That's fine, that's fine. Now, Japanese lamps. These are nice. These are really interesting ones. All right. So today you guys are not very chatty, which is no fun. I'm not getting a great feedback, so I'm lacking ideas today. Yeah, well, see, majority of these lamps are like this. They have a lot of these types of lamps, and these ones actually do like. They're very cool. They're very this type of a lantern one is very similar to what we already have with this lamp in here. So let's make some of those as well. Actually, that's a pretty good idea. I'm gonna save this and I'm gonna make a couple of different models that are going to be used later on throughout the house. So let's make some like that. I'm gonna take one like this. Model. So take one of these, then take another one that's gonna be maybe something like, well, this is very similar to what we just made, so I'm not gonna make this again. This is just box modeling. Nothing too interesting. Nothing interesting in there either. This one is a bit more interesting. What do you guys think? Something like this, or maybe something like this? This is interesting. It's like a small house. So you said the first one. Is this the first one? All right then. Let's save this one. First lamp. This one is not that complicated actually. This is a pretty simple one. So let's just prep it up really quickly. And let's create that one. Alright, like always, just open this thing up, put on a new layer. Make it a bluish one, so we have an actual blueprint, as the name implies. So 50, way too much. 20, yeah, 30. 30 works just fine. Okay, collapse and save. All right. Once we have this, let's jump back into Max, and from here open this thing up, check out the size. The size says it's 1500 by 1500 pixels, so I'm going to go with plain and go 150 by 150. So now for a fact that my aspect is not going to be screwed up, go 0 0 0, move it back, J, and drop in a texture on it, drop it in here, and there we go. Now I can see what the hell is going on. G and G, no, go to object properties, freeze, show frozen gray off. Okay, we can no longer select this thing, and there we go. All right, so looking at this image, this is actually a pretty simple model. It's made out of 1, 2, 3, 4 elements. The first element is the one that's going to be the quickest one to create, and that will be this one, the actual vase type. So easiest way to create it is, now bear in mind this thing does have a bit of a distortion for, there we go. So now go to maybe like this. I'm just trying to get it so it's following the shape. All right, now get this thing to snap over here. So now for a fact that this thing snaps up here. And once we have this, all I have to do is just make this thing follow the contour of this. So this is a smooth one, maybe this one is a smooth. Move it down a bit. Okay, you can be a Bezier corner, and this Bezier handle will control this turn. There we go. These two will need to be like this. Alright, for this one, I'm gonna actually go hit it with the fillet. So I get this effect. So once I have this, now what I'm gonna do is go in here, hit it with a lathe modifier, make it so it's coming from the middle or the minimum, and this will create the rest of the geometry for it. Alright, weld the core so we don't have any issue up here. That's fine. Edit poly, remove this top polygon like that, scale it inwards, maybe go in like this, select both of them, chamfer them with a small amount, 0.1. Oh, way too much. .02. This is what happens when you start with a very small model, and if it's not physically correct, then you're gonna have some issues when you try to do some modeling to it. That is gonna have some real world scale effects. So let me add in some support edges now. So once we use the Turbosmooth, it doesn't flail out and do some weird stuff. So be fine. In here, we will need to add in one in there, another one in there, in there. All right, so this one is actually going to be selected. Control click delete, and now scale with the shift, scale once, twice, 3 times, and collapse. So now I can add in one more edge in there with the Turbosmooth on. Now we're gonna get that whole vase without any issues. All right, cool. So once we have that, now I want to get the second part. The second part is going to be the legs in here. Now for the legs one, it's not really going to be that hard because mainly I can take the geometry from here and do something like this. Get this thing, detach as a clone, I've actually said that thing multiple times in the stream. They're both very, very practical and good ways of modeling. It kind of depends what you feel more comfortable using. And they both have their strong points and their weaker points. Me, honestly, I'm a much bigger fan of modeling with Turbosmooth. But yeah, open subdiv, great nonetheless. Alright, so what was I doing? Yeah, it was flip. Now, if I select this, how many sides does this thing have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 16 or 8, no 5. Ah, damn it. It's a crappy number. So if I go 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, no. 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nah, damn it, it's not dividable by 3. Okay, so I'm gonna do is use something else. I'm gonna go circle. Oh no, 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 no. Ah. Damn it. Okay, well, Max just crashed. The good thing is I think it's gonna save up my scene. We'll see in a second though. Ugh. At least it's, if nothing else, Max likes to keep to its tradition to crash at least once per stream. So yeah. Untitled recover. Okay. As I was saying, in here, I'm gonna go create a circle. It's gonna be like this big. And this time around, it's gonna go with interpolation with one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, so let me try and do this right now then. Go inset. Okay, select 1, 1, 2, 3, select 1, 1, 2, 3, select 1, 1, 2, 3, there we go. So extrude. Or simply extrude. I did not expect it to go this way, but fine. Go from the middle. Now go downwards. Now what I'm trying to do here is get those tripods that we have here. There we go. Like that. And nope. Alright, so I'm gonna go like this in here, get this thing to go down to 15%. 15% here as well. And 15% here as well. What I can do here also is just select only one piece here, like maybe just this one, and work on this element, and then just copy it over with the symmetry. So if I go in later on with like this, so 120, there we go. Let's just check it out. 120, 2 versions as instances. There we go. That works. Now I'm gonna redo my moving, so put it down here, and let's add in some geometry in here. So connect that connection, we'll put it in here. Move this thing in like this. With the Swift loop, holding down shift, it will make a couple of more connection and make sure that when it moves, oh, wait a second, something is wrong here. All right. I do have some extra edges down to here. I don't really need those edges, so just delete those. And there we go. I get this as a form. Now I want to have a shell, and you see there is a problem. There is something here as an extra geometry. I'm not sure what that thing is, but I have to fix it. Do I have 2 vertices in here or 1? Oh, so that's why the problem. All right, select everything, go to weld. Wait a second. Vertices all over the place. Delete. De'isolate. Now, shell. The other way around. 1 by 0. Straighten corners. Alright. Edit poly. 1 there, 1 there. Another one in here. 2 more like this. And the good question is how this is going to translate over with the Turbosmooth. Yeah, see, that's not working because I did not make all of these just one, damn it. Alright, so what I should have done before I did that was get the 3 that were just instanced of the first one, and before I add the shell, you just select everything, make them all unique, remove the shell, now get them attached to each other. Now select everything again, re-weld so we get rid of that doubling down. That's fine. Now shell, the same thing works, and edit poly. 1 here on the corner, another one over here, 3rd one in there, well actually there is one there as well, but we'll just add in that as soon as I'm finished. There we go. 1 on the bottom here. One in here. Let's just get it over on these guys as well. There we go. And let me see what this thing is going to look without the ones that are going across. So the Turbosmooth on. And just isolate. Delete that one. Turbosmooth on. Why not? Just make it so it's center to center. And that's actually a crappy idea because this thing is not centered right. So center. Wait, what the hell is going on here? Of course, this is not centered well because it's offset a bit. Plus, the problem here is that on top of here, I did not reset the X form for this thing. Convert to enable poly. Now try and reset the center. Nope, still not. Alright, whatever. Just. It's fine. Turbosmooth. It is similar to this, although the legs on this one are way off set. So I probably should have made this thing a bit more outwards, so something maybe like even like this, and then add in another cut in here. Make sure, you know what? No, I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna leave it as it is. There you go. You're torn between the idea of programming or 3D art. It is hard to decide for the best path. All right, what sort of programming are you thinking, and what sort of 3D art are you thinking? Where would you want to go? And I can tell you what to expect. Alright, so I can move this thing around. That's fine. Now for this one, let's go in with a plane and start off. "3D environment, art props, or Unity software developer?" Okay, I can tell you right away. As Big Galar just said, salary shouldn't be the deciding factor. First of all, if you get into working with 3D and you're just going in there to work for the salary, man, you're gonna hate your fucking life. You're gonna really hate your life. You will not like your job after a while, especially once you start working with art director, and then they start pushing for like really short deadlines, and then the pressure is on. You will not like your job. You're gonna be miserable. You're gonna just wait until it's time to go home, and then even when you get home, you're gonna be so overblown, like your brain is gonna be fried. So if you're going in any of these fields and the only thing that you're looking for or looking at is how much money you're going to be making, in the end you're going to quit and you're not going to be making any money. So choose, first of all, choose something that you like doing, something that you don't mind spending a lot of time and a lot of focus, because you will need that. All right. All right. You do know that there are some big studios in Europe that are working with ArcVis, and that they pay like really good salaries. All right, I'll just add in a couple of more here, one in there. It's been a while since I've modeled organic stuff like this in this manner. It's relaxing. All right. Alright, now once I have this, I need to give it some thickness and then start doing some of the actual rounding here. Hey, there we go. A simple shift fixed that thing. There we go. 1, 2, 3, and to the 4. Now, if I put a Turbosmooth on top of this, pretty much what I was expecting. Okay, just add in one extra edge in there to make sure that thing is a bit more sharper. All right, one in there though. Let me just find this thing. What the hell? Okay, get these two extruded outwards. To about there. Now add in one in there, one cut there, one cut in there. Turbosmooth on. There we go. All right. This one shouldn't be this sharp, so let's remove that one and see how this thing is going to look now. There we go. Much better. Cool. All right, so mirror it on the X as a copy. Move it over to this side. There you go, both of them. All right, cool. We got the handles, we got the base here, we got the body. Well, one thing that I could probably add in here is just get this thing selected from here, go extrude. Maybe like 0.1 and downwards like that. And now with the Turbosmooth on, we got that nice input in there. So 2 iterations, that makes it really interesting. Now the thing is, I have no, oh yeah, this is just a image of something. It's cool. Okay, so I thought it was some geometry, but it's not. Now what I need to do here then is okay, what did I miss in the chat? Quality Margie does some good studios in the US, but not where I live. I am from India. There is not good many graphic studios in India. How can I land a job in abroad? Okay, that's a really good question. How can you land a job in abroad? First thing you need to do is you need to show people that you're actually good at what you're doing. Then send your resumes to companies that are looking for people. Simple as that. So you can try to find some jobs either at Upwork or Glassdoor, LinkedIn, sites like there was a couple of more that are more aimed at professionals. So try there. Yeah, see, like Vladimir just said, try to the different ones. Alright, move that thing up. Flip. Alright, that's fine. Now for the top part here, I have no idea how this thing looks on the inside, but we can make it so for this one, I'm gonna go with a cylinder. Yeah, like this. rotate around. Works just fine. Edit poly, move it up to there, and scale it in. There you go, it's fine. Alright, so now we got what? 1, 2, 3 plus 3, 8. So it has 8 sides. And this one is how many? This one is 8. Oh man. So 16 means edit poly. Move this thing up. There you go. Select 1, 1, 1. There you go. So those 8s are gonna have a create a shape. Smooth ones, it's fine. Get both of them deleted. Get the bottom one and the top one. Create the shape, smooth. Actually, you know what? Let's create a shape, but instead of a smooth one, I'm actually gonna create one that's not smooth, linear. And what I'm going to do now is select the ones that I just created, make it so it's renderable. No. There you go. Rendering, renderable. And this one is going to have rectangular look. It's going to have something like 0.5 with 3. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, edit poly, isolate, remove those on the top, remove those on the bottom. There we go. Now chamfer them all of a very small one, 0.01. 0.03. Yeah, that's fine. And the isolate. Now for this one, I do want to get the thickness a tiny bit bigger. Yeah, like 2. And Turbosmooth. 2 iterations. You get a Turbosmooth as well. 2 iterations. And you get to be transparent. Let me just try and get this thing to be pushed in a bit. Oh, wait a second. Oh, that was a very bad move. That was a bad move. Let me save. Push minus 0.2. Nope, nope, nope. Let's not do that. Alright, so now those are on the inside. I put on Turbosmooth on here. There we go. Now I can see that there is some form up here, so I'm guessing there. I know for a fact that up here for the holder for the actual light bulb, there's gonna be some space left in the center, and then this thing will continue over down to the top. So for this, since I don't know how that thing is gonna look, I'm actually gonna leave it as such, provided that we want to render this thing on the interior or actually see the actual light or light it up, if nothing else. Then I might actually go in here and do the rest of it, which generally would be a good idea, especially, and I do mean especially, if you're gonna be turning this thing on, because this will have a peculiar, or actually a rather specific shadow casting. So let's just do this. Alright. Yeah, that's the thing that I was saying. The middle part here, where we actually have the lamp right around here, is gonna be the holder for the lamp, and you're gonna have a couple of wires going from one side to the other, either at the corners here on the bottom, or the corners up here at the end. That's what's holding the paper frame on the lamp. It was probably going to be something like maybe like this, and one in here at the bottom like so. So these two, there we go, and this one up here at the top, and these generally come into both ways, so they go from as an X, something like this, maybe one. Maybe this one is one. Make that thing. Give this thing a different one, but there we go. So from a fair distance, this thing looks okay. The problem with lighting this thing would be that when you light this, the middle part here, since it doesn't have the actual geometry for the light, it's not going to give me the correct shadows, but that's not a problem in here for this case at least. So for now, what I'm going to do is just save this as it is. CGI, go to Twitch, Japanese style, lamp. Lamp 01. Save. And there we go. Alright, we've been going on for 2 hours, and it only took us three tries to get to 2 hours. We had some fun. We did manage to create some things for our house. We made the lamp. We made, what else did we make? We made some pictures. We made some art for our house. And what else did we create in this stream? God damn. Oh yeah, we created this lamp as well. So we made some changes to the top here. We added some art for these covers. Pretty much we're adding in things very, very slowly, albeit. Anyways, for our next stream, I would like to spend like a few, maybe 1, 2, or maybe even 3 or 4 streams where we model different things for our house. Like something similar to what we did with the lamp right now. So we're going to choose things that you guys are going to recommend we do, and we're going to start from there. And who said something about the previous? I think I saw somebody asking me something about the premium tutorial. I'll be damned. Whoever asked something about the premium tutorial, I can tell you one thing: it's finished. Yesterday I just finished rendering the last video. It's 4.5 or 5 hours long. It will be up either today or tomorrow. Once that thing is up, I will make a post up on the website. I will make a post on the Facebook group. I will post it on the YouTube message board. So if you guys want to see how that thing looks, you will be able to see where you can purchase it, and you can see how that thing looks like. Anyways, all right, did I miss something? Did I see your message on Discord, Ian? All right, let me see. Oh, Ian. All right, so it's this thing. Yeah, man, sure. You can hit me up as a private message on this thing. It does have the thing here. What is this? The hallway. Yeah, somebody placed something here as well. Anyways, as I was saying, what was I saying? I forgot. Anyways, I would like to thank everybody that was with me today. We did start off with a bit of technical issue, but slowly we had some fun. We created some stuff, and generally I hope you guys managed to pick up some new things, learn some new stuff, and yeah, it was fun. So up until next time, you people have some fun and take care. And as always, as I like to say it whenever I'm ending my streams, peace.